Back to the question I asked you Saturday night, talking about after the Florida State game, you go out with the guys and you kind of go through the game itself. Are you a student of the game? I mean, do you feel like you put in more film study than anybody else?
I don't know what everybody else does, but I can tell you what I do. You know, I'm just gonna go through my game plan, do what I gotta do to give myself that edge over my competitors. And, you know, that night, just going through it, you know, we lost. So I wanted to go through that, talk to the guys about what went wrong, what we did, and what we could have did better, and you know why things happen like that, and why we gotta keep them from happening like that.
So you went back the night of the game and watched it?
Now we went out to eat. Me and a couple of my DBs, freshman DBs, went out and ate over, talked over the food, you know, and just talked about everything that we saw through the game, what happened, and what we could have did better, and what we can't let happen again.
But this was like the next day, or?
This was the same night.
Oh, the same night.
Yeah, they were at IHOP at 4 a.m. Does talking out stuff like that, does that help?
Yeah, it does. It gives you a better understanding, you know, so you know in your mind, you know what you have to do, and you know what you got to get done to come back and be stronger than you were that past game, you know. So the previous game or the next game, you can come out and play stronger and harder and faster than you did that last game.
So what did you come up with? What did y'all do wrong that game?
You know, we played timid. We were thinking about it too much instead of just going out and playing ball, just being football players. We thought too much about the game, let the game plan get to us, you know, the big crowd and things like that, instead of just going out and being football players.
And so you're sitting there with your pancakes and bacon or whatever, and you've already figured all this out?
Just you know, because through the game, you're just looking at it when I wasn't in and Travis was in, just looking at the things that was going on in the game. You know, it just looks like guys was playing slow, not playing as fast as they did, you know, and just looking back at that, you can tell that was a big problem with us in the game.
Has that helped you, you know, all of this talking about it and studying to get to where you are and the success you've had in the past couple of games?
Yeah, it has helped, you know, because I'm looking at things different and, you know, going through my procedures and things like that, watching film, knowing what the quarterback's tendencies is, knowing what the team's tendencies is, you know, just going watching film, it really gives me that edge over my competitors.
How much film do you typically watch in a week in preparation?
You know, we watch a lot of film with Coach V, but it's about getting that film in, you know, without being around Coach V. You know, coming in when we have free time to get film in ourselves. You know, we have a class or two that got canceled. We go in and get that film in as a group.
Does it help personally having the iPad as well to be able to break down film on your own?
Yeah, that does help because, you know, say some days you don't feel like leaving the dorm, you know, it's all on the iPad. You can get on the iPad and just watch what you need to watch. Same thing that you would watch here, you can watch on the iPad.
Who went out with you that night? Who did you go out with that night?
It was Jayron Johnson and Adrian Baker.
Talk about that interception Saturday. I mean, was that something that you had seen on film that you knew that particular play, or was it just right spot at right time? Or
it was something. I actually was talking to the guys, and I told the guys I was telling them I'm going to get a pick this week because the quarterback he has great arm strength, but I can see that he overthrows his receivers a lot. You know, from watching the games, I went back and watched all his interceptions he threw through the season, and I can see that a lot of them he overthrew the receivers. You know, or the ball was tipped and it just floated into their hands. So I can tell that, you know, all I had to do was get back deep and just waited for him to make a mistake, and then I was going to capitalize.